Welcome back to the channel, guys. We all know how exciting it is to watch Mandalorian this year. It is almost about 5 years truly for Star Wars franchise, struggling their way to find some real success and to be good at what they usually are good at. In this year of 2020, we all know we need something to hit up with, and this is the best you can ask for. Apparently, the show is shattering records in terms of viewership across the globe. Let's jump into what you all have been waiting for. How is this show going to wrap up? The season 2 is full of comebacks and full of surprises. Each and every episode go by the setup for an amazing finale episode. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni has pulled back Star Wars back on track, or we should say at least. For example, we saw the man himself, Boba Fett, back in action on big screen after decades of waiting. But when saying that the chapter 14 tragedy was actually really tragic considering the loss of two babies of Mandalorian at the same time. First one, obviously the baby Yoda, or should I say Grogu himself. Secondly, since the beginning of the show, we know how close the research quest is for Mando himself. Whenever he goes, Grogu goes along with them, the research quest as well. I really personally think from here on, Din Djarin will struggle to get hold of his balance because, as you can see, there should be an ending for this run. I feel like the rest of the episodes, apart from the finale episode, will be like a build-up for the main episode and main final episode of Mandalorian Season 2. Firstly, I think Cal Kestis from the Fallen Jedi Order game could be the person who would find Grogu at the end, and I guess by looking into the structure of Dave Filoni's and Jon Favreau's Star Wars journey with Mandalorian, Cal is the best choice, and he's the best bet. I would give about 80% chance of him to be on the show. Secondly, I think it could be most probably Luke Skywalker, the Jedi whom we all are talking about. Well, it was very sound and clear that Ahsoka Tano will not be able to train Grogu just because she is no longer a Jedi, or I can even say that she is the great Jedi, which we are going to know in the future episodes. Now, Luke Skywalker coming into the show as a younger version of himself is possible, but chances are, let's say 60%, I would say. This is because Mark Hamill played this role for such a long time with huge honor, and I'm not really sure if Lucasfilms and Disney are ready to go with Sebastian Stan or somebody else to play a younger version of Luke. Now, another possibility is that the franchise could bring back Mark Hamill to this particular role with a log of CGI work, but it's just too much of amount that needs to be spent at this stage of the show. It is Disney, so who knows, anything could happen. Leo Organa is a Jedi, or at least, let's say, was a Jedi considering the Star Wars that we knew. Straight after defeating the Empire, Luke should have trained Leia to be a Jedi, so I would say 58% that she's going to be the person who's going to make an appearance on this particular show. This is just because of the fact that they tried with Rey in the trilogy to make a female version Jedi, and we all know how it ended up. So bad, but who knows, maybe they will try to bring back another solid female character like Cara Dune in the show, which is going pretty well. Mace Windu, as we all speculate, is one of the biggest possibilities that might happen. Why, just why am I saying this? I got some solid proof. Just look at the scene. Well, how did Mace Windu able to become a Force ghost without being trained for it? We all saw the guy who always had an upper hand and everything ended up being kicked out from the wall in the Revenge of the Sith movie. We all know in terms of skills and Jedi knowledge, he was clearly the right hand of Grandmaster Yoda, and he clearly had a lot of influence on Jedi Council decision making, which also means he was a very powerful Jedi, so one arm cut off and surviving such a big fall shouldn't be a big deal for a normal Jedi even. But I would give about 50% of chance for Mace Windu to be on the show. It's just because we all know Samuel L. Jackson will be playing this role, and I'm sure no other person they would opt to play this particular role. With all some CGI work, he could be brought back to action quite easily, just like we saw in Captain Marvel. However, seeing this as a possibility is very, very low. Last but not the least is Ezra Bridger. You got Ashako Tano, who is now like an embodiment of the Jedi Order for now, who hates to be known as a Jedi, and we got Grand Admiral Thrawn confirmed, who's above Moff Gideon probably, and this straight hitting in the nuts of those who are Star Wars geeks out there, and this includes myself. But no brainstorms. I would say 90% it could be Ezra Bridger, and slowly making sure all the characters who were in the Star Wars Rebels show. And I really hope to see Chopper and Ezra walking from the midst when all hope is lost at the finale episode. But Star Wars is in a position where they can relate the past with the future and the current events happening in Mandalorian with the fragments of stories from each and every characters. They could either connect all sequences and make some sense about the age of resistance. Well, this all depends on how Dave and John takes on the show from here on. So guys, let me know your thoughts and how much percentage would you rate for each of these characters in terms of making an appearance on the show according to you. I'm sure Dave and John not going to end at a bad note, that is for sure, but still I can foresee a disastrous end to the show. Either Mandalorian or Boba Fett going down, or probably some other characters going down with Moff Gideon. I just hope to see more of Din Djarin in this show and the coming up seasons. Well, thank you guys, and may the force be with you.